No, it's more like I'm not avoiding conversations, because I started to see that. I just started to see it. Like, I started to put two and two together in my head. But I think that's a good thing. So there's that. It's not bad. No, because I was thinking earlier this week about how I'm like really avoidant with things. In a sense, like I could see it at least. Even in my first marriage, actually every relationship I can think of in my life, like I'm totally avoidant. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually like a really good thing. Yeah, because what that means. I mean, now you gotta understand, like my quote, my distractions. Later in life, I can look back. I know I'm getting fucking real scruffy looking. I need money, or do I? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know what to do. I only got $2. Can I have some money, please? I'll do anything you want. That's how desperate I am for money right now. I don't think I look terrible, but scruffy looking. I don't really like it too much. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just I prefer. Well, fuck it. Whatever. I'll get around to it. I mean, it's not like the fucking first time I didn't have a fucking shaving a haircut in a while. Like, I'll live. Well, I like it short because I like the spot. I like my spot. And it's like it's harder to see when my hair's longer. I like to show that off. I don't know if people notice it, but I like it. I like that it's there because I know it's noticeable. Or it used to be a lot more noticeable. I mean, that side of my head's turning pretty gray, but like when it's short, you can see it. Because when it's longer, the gray hairs on this side, they kind of like, they swoop back. So it's easy for it to blend. I think it might be easier for it to blend in when it's too long, but it used to be black until I was 18, and then it turned white. Or started to turn white. It wasn't like an overnight spontaneous thing. It was something that progressively happened more and more over the course of 7 years, I think. But what started that? Yeah, so I'm not that I'm like completely avoidant. I don't see it as a negative thing. Some things I confront, some things I don't. Some things it's like, fuck, what the fuck do I give a fuck about? Why the fuck should I give a shit about that? Okay, hold on. Ugh, fuckers, motherfuckers, man. Stomp my feet, cue temper tantrum, throw my hands around. Go me. Because you know what? At least I have the fucking courage to fucking do it, asshole. So why the fuck do I give a shit about it? Like, fuck it. It is what it is at this point. Hello. That buns. Plus, I caught her checking me out too, so it's alright. Yeah, maybe because you're ranting like a fucking lunatic. Yeah, I know, but I am hot. Like I'm not fucking stupid. I am in love with myself. It includes my face and my body. But you know, like I just feel like all the distractions were actually there to save me. Which makes them not distractions anymore. Because even a lot of the lessons that I learned from those distractions, actually I've brought into my current life, and they fucking help me figure shit out. It's actually amazing. There's fucking good thing that I learned how to juggle. Good thing that Jimmy Bones fucking got me those juggling balls at one time as a joke. Not realizing that I wanted to learn how to juggle since I was a kid. And I take it fucking super I've never taken anything as serious as fucking juggling before. Video games, movies, music, women. So I'm very picky. I'm like very picky. Like, 7, I think. That's not double counting either. I don't think so. It shouldn't be. And 1, it wasn't technically like, I don't know. So I went to this Misfit show once, and my roommate and I, we were, my son's mother, my female counterpart, my life partner, my partner and I, after we had our child, we went to go see the Misfits, and it was like a couple months later. But we had this, like, well, there's this other girl, and I'm not really sure where she came from. I don't think either of us know where the fuck she came from. We were just fucking standing there. There was this really cute Asian girl, and she was going on around brouhahas, and she was fucking drinking. What is a brouhaha? Was she saying brouhaha? Never heard of it. Maybe she was. That'd be. I don't know if I ever made that connection before. Yeah, but then she I don't know, this fucking chick, she was all fucking drunk. And we had already been drinking. I know I was. But the girl handed me her purse. And she's like, oh, and she fucking ran off. And I'm thinking, I look over, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck am I holding this fucking thing? I don't know if I said that out loud, but I know we walked over to the bar, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, wait, why the fuck are we holding on to this girl's purse? So I started moving it slowly down the bar, because I said to my ex, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna slide this down, and we'll just fucking take it and throw it in the car. I don't know if I said that out loud, but that was my intent. I thought I said it. And then it wasn't a fucking huge bar, and I figured, fuck it, if the girl comes back, then she'll stop us from fucking stealing it. So I think I was like almost right at the fucking end, and this fucking girl comes back again. And, no, brouhaha, the fucking brouhaha. What? I just know she was like really hot. And then her and my ex, I don't know, those two are fucking talking. And next thing I know, like, it was really fucking quick. I don't remember this going on really that long. From the transition from one point to the other. And I just remember the two of them, they walked, because at the bar there was like this cloth thing. It was like a curtain. It was closing off the one side of the club. So then, you do use your arms a lot. You know that, right? Yeah, I know, because I'm painting a picture. When I tell a fucking story, I'm trying to, like, paint a fucking picture. It's just I fucking bounce around a lot because there's a lot to the pictures. I mean, yeah, am I supposed to mention that it was like the first and only time I saw the Misfits? Jerry Only was singing October 30th, 2007. So it was like a fucking long time ago. And then, I mean, I was familiar with the club. I had been there when I was younger. So I knew I knew where they were going. Because I saw them like hold hands, and then the one pulled the other into the back behind the curtain, and I'm like, what? Wait, what the fuck is happening? And then I heard this fucking dude behind me. He's like, oh man, I wish I was going back there with them. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, fucking disgusting dog. Like, wait, why the fuck am I standing with these idiots? Why don't I go back there with them? I didn't like the idea of other men being with my partner. I would try to push her onto men, or tell her that she needed a husband or a boyfriend. And so I would kind of like brush it off, but like I didn't really mean it. I fucking hated it. Oh my god, I hated it. But at the same time, like, it made me feel better about the way that I was, because I like looking at ladies. So no, there's no love here, but there was like so much that I was like, oh my god, this is the stupidest thing ever. One time she actually got a friend of ours, who wanted to be her boyfriend, and I was like, fuck! Oh my fucking god! Oh fuck, I fucked up big time this time. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. And there was like a fucking thing on Facebook that they were fucking talking about going out, and it just popped up on the screen. I wasn't even fucking stalking, it just popped up on the feed or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god. She told me she was going out with the girls. Oh my god, and it wasn't anything crazy. All it said was like, oh, I'll see you tonight. And then she went to her mom's house to go get picked up by her friends, who live right down the street. So it's like everybody was in on it too. But I'm the one who said to do it. And it was like, you know what? That's exactly what I get. That's literally what I deserve. So I think from that point on, my outlook on things changed. That's when I was like, okay, alrighty. And we set up some guidelines. Like, it was smart. Like, she was smart about it. It was like, looking back on it, I could see how it could seem to be a bit premeditated. So, but that's good. That means that there was thought and planning that was put into it. That's good. Premeditation's always a good thing. So, conspiring? But then I was like, I tried my best, because all right, we're gonna try to like go and do things and go on dates and spend some time together. And I would always do my best, but like I would always get caught back up in my own shit, and I couldn't talk about it. So, because the only time it would come up is when I wasn't talking. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, I didn't get a shit. Like, I couldn't say the words. Or maybe I did. I feel like I did, just in my actions. Like, I avoided the conversation, but I behaved in the way that would say, I'm dying on the inside. But I think we both were, eventually. It wasn't always like that. And realistically, for me, I don't know for them, I don't know if it was me, which it might, like, I can definitely see how it could have been. But I mean, I can also see how it was a contributing factor, and maybe even the contributing factor, but not like the only contributing factor, I would imagine. But I could be wrong. It's possible I could be. But I look at it that way sometimes, but not all the time. Fuck, man. I wish there was a cigarette here. No, but I mean, that's like the silliest way to look at it too. Is to be like, oh, you know what? I was like the worst person in the world. You can only blame me. I have done that, and I don't like it. Maybe I don't spend enough time there. I feel like I have, though. Because it's not so much like, it's not the way you say it, but the way you feel it. And it just kind of manifests in different ways in my mind. Like, sometimes it's in fucking dreams. Sometimes it's through a fucking movie, a book, a video game. Sometimes it's fucking just through an experience with fucking people. Oh, fuck. What is it? No, it's more like... What the fuck? Alright. This fucking lady that I don't talk to on Facebook. I don't know, I hired her for a job and I wrote too. I'm like, I hope this chick doesn't get the fucking wrong idea. She's really hot. And I think she knows it, but like, I mean, not that I wouldn't. It's just I haven't really put like all the thought into that because I'm in a really complex place right now. Well, I was, at least. But I don't see the relevance. Well, you know, I you know what I do? I do. No, because it's all kind of branching around. Listen, this is for me. This whole fucking situation, this is just adding an element of fucking, like, anxiety. Derek, what the fuck are you doing to yourself? I'm playing therapist. Why don't you go to a therapist? Because I'm a better therapist than a therapist. I'll go see the therapist when a therapist pays me. How about that? That's when I'll talk to the therapist. I'm not fucking paying somebody to do what I can do better than they can do. Is that only because they tell you what you don't want to hear? Oh, of course. My whole reality is just based around me being right about everything, including the things that I was wrong about. Like, I've done, like, damage, destruction. I don't think there's another mind that exists like mine because it's so custom. I mean, my reality too, like the whole fucking thing. It's like, I'm in the woods right now, right? There's nobody here. I'm just talking to my dead phone. Like, this thing doesn't even have a SIM card in it. I like to believe I'm this giant Mughal fucking business owner, corporate genius, madman, scientist, ruler, god. But I got nothing to back that shit up. What are you talking about? Why, because I got some diaries at my mommy's? Yeah, do you know how long I've been living there? Like 5 fucking years. I have $2 in my bank account. I'm like, the poster child for fucking, what do you call it? Rock bottom. Rock bottom. I don't have an education. I took me 5 fucking years to drop out, to drop out of a 2-year fucking county college with no degree. Like, and I still owe them $1,000, I think. I still owe them $1,000, which I forgive myself. I would think, get out of here. I fucking dropped out after a week. Go fucking cram it down your fucking cornhole. Have the fucking state pay for it. I don't know. All right, how about this? Take it out of my old taxes, whatever taxes I haven't fucking gotten back. You have to do your taxes. You haven't done your taxes in like 5 years? No, but I don't owe anything. And if I do, take it out of the money that hasn't been given to me. I don't know, like the $1,000 stimulus and all the other shit that people got during COVID. And yeah, I got my COVID money. That was a lot of like, if you understood how much that helped fucking take me leaps and bounds. I'm fucking indebted to COVID. The corona. The king of all the viruses. Or queen and queen. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. So, I mean, just even coming from that perspective, it's just like, what? Come on, man. When are you gonna get your shit together, bruh? Maybe you should call up Uncle fucking Hugo and apologize for being such a fucking, what do you call it? How do you call it? Prima donna. A fucking diva, man. Like, who the fuck are you to be making demands of anybody? You're in the industry for 18 fucking months as a fucking sales associate and a fucking fill-in fucking loser. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, what do you think? What do we call you, Mr. Jesus Christ? Is that what you want? You want us to think that you're Jesus Christ? Can we fucking nail you to a goddamn cross after beating the living piss out of you and whipping you to fucking bloody murder? And then feeding your blood and body to all the fucking crazies that come to watch? Why we leave your brain alive so that you have to sit there and smell the cooking. It's just the feasting and the shitting and the pissing. Just a blood orgy with guts, piss, shit, cum dripping from everywhere. All... I don't know. To make your day bad. Worse than what it already is, shithead. Fucking loser. Oh no, you see it too. Keep whining, you little fucking bitch. Because someone's gonna make a bitch out of you. I'm not gonna be here to fucking back your ass up. I'm gonna sit back and watch. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna possess somebody. I'm gonna untether myself from you, and then I'm gonna go possess the biggest, scariest motherfucker I can find, and just make you my little fucking cub bitch for all eternity. Until we can build up enough psychopaths to actually legalize you being the first and last toasted pincushion in human reality. How about that? You want to about that one? Because you better start figuring your shit out. Get a job and a nice retirement plan. Or go marry a rich old woman to fucking pay for you. Go be a fucking sugar baby, you dipshit. Or get a fucking job. Or figure out how to... Psychologist. Go find a psychologist. Yeah, go find a fucking psychologist. Like, you do amazing with a psychologist woman. Or go find a gay one. Go find a gay one that you can have a platonic relationship with, like a fucking odd couple fucking relationship with. And you can have intellectual sex together. Oh! It could be your degrading sub. The one that you degrade. Oh! Degrading. What's the most degrading thing I can think of? Being bullied. Oh my god, I fucking hate it. Oh my god, I hate that fucking idea. What I see is like a fucking scary biker dude fucking bullying the shit out of me. And there's nothing I can do about it. You ever see fucking Daddy's Home with Marky Mark? Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. Like, he's a fucking badass dude. I respect him. But when John Cena comes around... when John Cena comes around, Marky Mark fucking turns into like... Hi, John. The fuck out of here. That scared... Like... That would drive me nuts. I would hate that. Like, one of my biggest fears is having a John Cena fucking counterpart that just makes me look like a bitch everywhere. If anything, I would prefer a woman like that, like a femdom, like a small little femdom. Though I like mousy girls. It's a thing. I can't help it. I'm very particular. But like almost a femdom, like not really scared of my shit, but at the same time, like I don't know if I'd be able to handle it going too far because I don't like to give up power, but I know that's the point of like that femdom relationship. I mean, people pay for it, but I wonder what it's like if you don't have to pay. I wonder if it's possible to not have to pay for it. I mean, it sounds cool. I don't like the whole fisting idea, though. That actually sounds like the worst idea ever. I don't give a shit how little your hands are. Oh, man. Nah, I remember this real fucked up porn thing that I saw once. I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. Like, I made sure everybody knew about it, though. Like, I had a fucked up way of, like, I'd watch some fucked up porn. People shit in each other's mouths. Like, it was really fucked up. Tentacles. There was an octopus in one. And then the lady got slapped with the octopus. It was fucking horrendous. Then the girls that were sharing the poop. It's real. Then there was the fucking dude with the maggots in his dick. The Pain Olympics. Oh my god. Oh my god. People getting fucking shot in the face. Did you ever watch a fucking Mexican fucking torture video? Oh my god. Oh my god. If you've never seen a real human being get hit with a fucking chainsaw, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Fuck. Oh, fuck, you can feel it when you see it. I can feel it watching it. It's not stopping in my fucking head. And then you go back, and then you just have to fucking... Oh, my God. And then, I don't know how much you're feeling. Oh, my God. 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 Oh, my fucking God. Oh, fuck. That has to stop, please. Don't. No, keep it going. Fuck it, fuck it. Fuck! God. The fuck? What the fuck, dude? Fuck! I have an explanation. I have an explanation. I can explain that. I can explain it. I can explain it. I can explain it. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Holy shit. I just survived a fucking chainsaw to the neck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, watching them in the movies is not like watching them in real life. That's a thing. That was a thing. Holy shit. Nah, this dude. He was watching this video once in this store I was in. I was in the back room with him. And he threw on this fucking Mexican fucking torture video on YouTube. Not YouTube, but there was like a site that used to get used. Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck. Yeah, yeah, that's like a whole different form of government. I would bet you, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that there's more than one government. In Mexico, I would bet you that the cartel, that's its own system. That's a system outside of the system. But yet, the system is allowed to exist within its boundaries. But at the same time, that's also because there's a larger system in which that system is a part of. Even though I'm sure that system's also part of a larger system, and everybody's all like, yeah, my system's bigger than your system. But that's why there has to be an equilibrium, because nobody wants to be like the one to be like, all right, fuck it. My system is the biggest system, and my system's gonna win. No. Or maybe. That makes sense. It makes total sense. That's why I like my system being like a one-man system, because fuck it, let everybody else fucking destroy themselves. You know, it reminds me again, and I love using Star Wars analogies, but if you ever read Darth Bane, The Path of Destruction, oh my god, the military strategic value of it is just like, wow, that's fucking genius. But also at the same time, the spiritual value to it, the innovation. Even the divine message that's encoded within it, because you gotta remember, you're reading these books. There's some mystical shit, and just because the Sith didn't actively worship or pay homage to the divine aspect of the dark side, doesn't mean it didn't exist. Because if you read the books, I know it's supposed to be like, oh, well, those are plot points. Don't think of it like that. Try to put the magic in it, because the magic actually exists in that reality. Just because your reality sucks doesn't mean everybody else's reality has to be fucking boring too. So once you can actually look at that and go, holy shit, that's a fucking magical shit. But you got to remember that every single magical universe out there is modeled after our universe. So when people say like, oh, you know, the conspiracies and how the Illuminati, they put all the messages in the movies, and there's ghosts and goblins and unicorns and all this other shit, and dragons and fortune tellers and astrology and all this other horse shit. Well, try to imagine that your reality is the only reality where they don't exist. They exist in all the other realities except for yours, for one reason or another. I don't know. Maybe they don't like you. I don't know. Maybe you have just a bullshit shield that is a bullshit shield from all sorts of magic and mayhem and chaos. Because that's what it is. It's like a fucking war zone. It's a spiritual fucking war zone. And it's like it's happening inside my fucking head 24/7. Because it can't exist anywhere else. Or the way it's being, the message coming through to my head right now. And mine, it's just, take it for what you will. I have experienced enough fucking shit that I trust it. But it's just letting me know that it's going on inside my head so it doesn't go on outside my head. Which, that doesn't mean it's not gonna start. It doesn't mean, well, yeah, no, I know exactly what that means. Yeah, we're right in front of my face. Everyone else is gonna have to fucking deal with it. I hope. No, think of it like, the way I look at it is like a symbolic flooding. Like, nobody would believe it anyway, so in order to, like, really make it happen, the Force, the dark and light side of the Force, has engineered society to make you believe that they are really God, but it's just the Force that makes things happen. I don't know. I mean, you could call it God, but it's like, it's so much more than that. Like, God is a piece of it, but there's lots of pieces. And there's a light side and there's a dark side. Just like in Star Wars. Star Wars is a good analogy. It's a good metaphor. Like, you don't have to look at it as truth, but if you kind of think about the philosophies behind it and you try to imagine, like, why the hell do I resonate with this so much? What if? I mean, and let me just fucking play devil's advocate for a fucking moment. Just to indulge my fucking inner fucking Star Wars nerd. Sorry. But why is it so fucking crazy for me to believe that the Force had George Lucas make that movie just so that I could see it, so that over the course of my life I could deepen and further my training in the mysteries of the Force that would give me fucking powers, maybe not of a fucking Jedi, yet not all. I mean, you don't fucking go in there being able to move shit with your fucking head, with your mind. Not to mention that they're fucking kids. I'm a fucking 40-year-old man, but mind you, I've been on the path of the Force for a really long time. Not just even in this body, in the bodies of my ancestors as well. Because in my reality, you are a product of the people who came before you. Because in my reality, we have science that kind of, I mean, I don't know it myself, so I can't say they're telling the truth 100%. I mean, at the very most, I'll say, I'll leave a fucking 0.002% chance window for error in what science has to say. All right? I mean, like, I'm not saying there's no science. All I'm saying is you can't prove to me that the fucking sun doesn't go around the earth, because it does. It goes around me, because I'm at the center. And hey, listen, if you don't want to be the center, that's fine. It doesn't matter, because I am now. It told me so. It said, you are the center of your own universe. Fuck yes. Which means that everybody's just a fucking NPC in mine. Great. That doesn't sound boring as fuck. But, what do? I mean, I tried to make a business out of it, but it's not ready for money yet. I don't know. Readiness is defined when one's distraction is outweighed by, or when one's desire outweighs distraction. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the point of the story. all this shit, is how distractions used to be such a crutch of mine, but then as I got older, I started to realize how those those crutches were actually playing such an important role in my life. Like even just the principles and concepts and ideas, like start playing your life like fucking you would play Dark Souls. If you ever played Dark Souls. If you haven't played Dark Souls, go play Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is a fucking really cool ass fucking game, and it might actually give you some ideas to make you start thinking like, huh, that's actually pretty cool. That actually makes a lot of sense. Just in a metaphorical, metaphysical sort of way. Just to go, I get it. I get that. That makes sense. That's not impossible. Like, I don't think that's impossible. Plus, it's a cool mythology, and I like the way the story and the way that it's going, because it's very mysterious. I like mystery. And it's a real slow burn. I like slow burns, too. I like to have sexy sex, too. With drugs and alcohol. And dim lighting. Even if it's just the TV. I like to see my work. So, the more that I started to get older, the more I started to realize, like, you could apply the same shit. Like, I actually started reading, the introductory rules for Dungeons and Dragons, because I had this idea, because I was being able, I could see how I was equating the principles of a role-playing game into my life. I've been hearing the terms leveling up and all this other shit, like, just through my time, like, working in the spiritual communities, and, like, I started to just start making that connection with myself and start going, oh, look at life like fucking Final Fantasy VII. Think of it like that. So I wanted to, like, see if I can incorporate Dungeons and Dragons and some of the principles in that, which is really, it was just like the rules. I was interested in the rules because, well, one of my fucking crazy ideas was to run a fucking D&D game just solely in my head, or at least take the principles from that and make up my own game and just live it out in my head and see if that has any effect on the way that I live my life. So, I mean, I read a little bit and it was kind of, I was getting it, but I wasn't able to put two and two together the way that I was hoping. Or maybe I was too focused on trying to learn the rules of the game that I didn't take enough time to apply the principles to my own life to see, like, oh, okay, this is how we can look at that now, which might be a good time to start doing that. So then I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me try a couple other ones. And I ended up getting this Call of Cthulhu game. Are you fucking serious? We never thought about that before? What do you have to say about it? Oh, you forgot that detail. No, it's not. It is a fucking thing. It is a thing. This was the first time I started to notice the dark side talking to me. I think this was the time I started to realize, oh fuck, and it kind of broke my brain a little bit. And oh no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call the dark forces. I'm so sorry. But they live in the fucking deep parts of the reptilian brain, and once they start calling, you have to fucking come and listen, because it doesn't seem like it until after the fact, and then you're like, holy shit. Oh fuck, that was really fucking happening. They had their tentacles inside my head. They tentacled me. God. You ever play, oh man, speaking of Dark Souls, you ever play Bloodborne? Those fucking leech heads? They look like these fucking things, like these all just shriveled up looking fucking smooth bodies that are like very moist sounding. And they wear like rags and shit, and they're just sloshing around. It's not sloshing, but it's just moist sounding, and you can just very slappy, like wet slaps, just like very cringy. Yeah. But if you get too close to the motherfucker, like sometimes they're wearing hoods, so they seem kind of a little bit like what the fuck is this guy doing? This is a little guy in a coat. And then they grab you, and then their head splits open, and this fucking gushy fucking leech starts sucking the fucking intelligence out of you. I don't know. It's just like fucking sucking insights. It's stealing your dreams. It's stealing like your imagination. Like it's trying to kill off the part of you that's keeping you strong enough to fucking survive, to keep going. They use fear as a weapon. Oh my god! Did you ever see Never-Ending Story? The Nothing. Fuck. Yeah, the forces behind the Nothing are the ones with the tentacles. There's somebody who knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, you ever see The Mist? The Mist? The movie? Or even read the book? I never read the book, but I saw the movie. It's like that, dimensional rifts that other things live in. Yeah, it's like that. It's like CERN. CERN, C-E-R-N. It's got the 666 logo. That looks like, I don't know, it's just kind of, at least that's what I've heard, that it was technically, I do know a thing or two about symbolism and the language of symbols. And if it's there to be seen, if you can see it in there, that means that it was put there to be seen. So by whom? I don't know. But whoever did it, they knew what they were doing. Like you can bullshit it all you want. Like just how like I think it's in Google. It's someone's logo. I forget. Has the fucking Luciferian logo. No, I'm sorry. The sigil of Lucifer ingrained in it. Well, Luciferianism is actually really big. So, but that's the fucked up thing. Is like I can see why they would even do that, because it's like, you fucking dicks, man. Because they know what they're doing. It looks like a conspiracy theory type of thing, and as a matter of fact, well, that's the thing. It's like it looks like a fucking joke. That's why they do it. But they don't know that they're actually doing it because they're being influenced to do it by those actual forces, because those forces are real spiritual beings, and it's not make believe. Because everything that lives within the imagination does. It's just like imagination in South Park, where they go to Imagination Land. And then there's the dark side with all like the fucking man-bear pigs and the fucking killers and the corpse raping teddy bears, like that type of shit. That's where that lives. That's called the fucking dark side. You don't want to fucking go there. I mean, you can. It's right over there. It's right there. That's all you gotta do. Just follow that little path. Just like Luke said, just like Yoda had fucking Luke do on Dagobah. Go out into the fucking, go into that little cave. Yeah, he had a moment, a serious fucking moment. The dark side of the Force, like, you gotta also consider what this dude has been through. His family is dead. He found out that the number 2 guy in the Empire killed his father, that his father was a fucking Jedi, and that it's been hidden from him since before he was born. Like, what? Do you know what kind of a fucking mind job that is? If he was any older, like his mind would have snapped. Like if he was like Uncle Owen's age, it would have broke him. His mind would have just collapsed. And he would have been a fucking vegetable if he didn't have a fucking stroke. But also remember, like, what he did was the equivalent of, and I would not be surprised if Luke may have had psychedelic experience or two while being amongst the company of Yoda. Yoda was like the ultimate mystic. So, and he was living on a swamp planet. That fucking dude knew everything. He knew what roots did what. He knew what animals did what. And he knew how to fucking survive on a fucking swamp. Just by drinking force juice. Universe juice. Universe dew. Kung Fu Panda. What are you saying? I can survive off of universe juice? Whoa. Is that what you're saying? But I like the delicious stuff too. Oh, that is universe juice. Universe juice will... Okay, I got it. No, the message was, nigga, you can have all the universe juice you want. Like, all the cookies are yours. Like, you could just take whatever fucking cookies you want. Like, it doesn't even matter. You literally now have the keys to the fucking cookie jar. Like, do whatever the fuck you want with it, bruh. You know how long people have been waiting for this goddamn thing? And not a single one knows that they couldn't even take it from me if they tried. So just give it to them. Fuck it. Because you're not even going to understand it. Dum-dum. He doesn't get it. What do you mean? Exactly. I don't know. What do you think I mean? What do you think I mean? Like if you could interpret it, because I'm feeling like I'm stepping on some toes. I am, because there are people that take this like extremely serious. There's people who take this just as serious as I do, if no less serious than I do. How about that? I take it no less serious than they do. Now I just have my own unique way of expressing it. So I mean, if we got a problem, we can have a problem. I'm fine with that. Because one, I don't know you, you don't know me. And listen, I ain't the fucking first, it's not my first rodeo where I had a motherfucker hit me up from one of these fucking groups and then be like the day after I thought about him. And then go, I don't know, maybe our subconscious mind's connected. Holy shit. I don't give a fuck if he was just fucking around. This motherfucker just told me exactly what I was thinking. Because that's what I was thinking when I thought about them. I wonder if one of them is going to pop up. It's not my first rodeo. Like, I've had it, like, when it happens, it happens. I don't know. I'm not always right. That's why I write everything down. I mean, the toxic order is ranking it out. I mean, we'll say. Oh, fuck her! That's exactly what she did. It looks like gibberish. I know, it's not gibberish, though. You gotta see the way that he writes. He told me I can hold on to it for as long as I want. How about this? You can't sell it, and you can't make money off of it. Yeah, but you did say that she was an employee for as long as she held it. Fuck. That's good. I guess that's good. Right? Pepper Potts? Pepper Potts? I'm doing this for you, you idiot. Well, don't try to be too helpful. You're gonna need me anyway because you're too stupid. Because nobody, what are you guys, dumb? Of course you are. There's gonna be shit that doesn't make any sense. But there's gonna be shit that does make sense. And I don't know, maybe you'll make sense of it in a different way than I made sense of it. And then maybe if you make sense of it in a different way that I made sense of it, then the way that you made sense of it and the way that I made sense of it, we can think of ways to make it make more sense. But that's only if you're smart, like me. Because I'm smart. And I think of things before I have to think about things. Because it's called remembering in the future. Now, mind you, I might fucking forget about this. It's very possible. Like, this is just like a moment in time. Like, in 2 seconds, we could be back onto whatever subject it was that we were talking about, which was what? Oh, no, keep on continuing. Oh, okay, I just forgot. See what I mean? It went down beneath the surface again. I mean, we can put the fishing pole out again. Maybe it'll bite again. Maybe it won't. I don't fucking know. But we still got an hour left. No, this is the side of Derek that we don't normally get to see. Because Derek stayed by himself. It's not a problem. That's why I fucking do this. So I get comfortable talking about this shit. It's not like anybody really gives a shit about it anyway. Not yet. I mean, there's going to come a point in time when people are going to be like, I have to imagine that. Well, maybe that's why I'm doing this. It's just, I have records all over the fucking place. And then, huh? Well, I mean, that's the cool thing about it, because it all tells a big picture. I don't know, like, Elon Musk might know if my old account could still be reactivated on Twitter, but, I mean, he had me blocked. He said, no, he had me kicked off. Elon Musk had me kicked off of Twitter. Yeah! Because I violated the rules. And I used really bad words. Intentionally. To prove a point. How free speech are we talking? Can I say... nigger kike spick Jew? I wish that Hitler burnt every last one of them back to the fires of hell. I don't think I said... It wasn't like that, but it was close. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then you can fuck your mother, crusty old cunt, with the rusty nail that has herpes on the tip. Now, or am I not allowed, or is that not count as free speech? And that's how I kind of put it. I don't remember the exact wording. I remember it was more like, I didn't open with that. That wasn't my opener. We'll put it that way. No, what I said was, what kind of free speech are we talking here? And how free is free? Like, does hate speech count as free speech? And I knew the answer. I knew what it was. I was just being a fucking dick. But the only reason I was doing it was because this guy's like, he does it to other people. He's trolling people all the fucking time. And not to mention, he's got like this crew. He's got this Twitter crew that actually spreads propaganda. This pro Elon Musk propaganda. Like weird shit too. And they're like verified. But they'll be saying shit like, humanity shall thrive thanks to Elon Musk. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that humanity isn't going to benefit from that man's existence, but it's going to benefit no less from his existence than anybody else. Like, sorry. I mean, he's got some awesome shit that I'm totally jealous of, because trust me, let's not front like there's no jealousy here. I also got a super huge crush on Grimes. And I love her music. I love her art. So, it's not that I'm taking a shit on the man himself, But I am taking a shit on what he's saying because it's like, you're a fucking hypocrite and you know it. And I get the whole transhumanist thing. Like, yo, I'm totally all for it, bro. Dude, I love the idea. I love the idea of giving people the choice to do it before it's forced on them in the future, potentially. Or it's just implemented into their lives without them even fucking realizing it. And the transition is just like, at that moment, is when everything changed. You know what I mean? I mean, I literally sent a resume to Neuralink because I want to be the CEO there. I feel like I would have so much fucking fun. If it's like what I think it is, but I don't know. Like, I'm imagining like fucking mad science and animal brains and people on diodes and lots of fucking test experiments on people and then having to put my brain on something and then realizing like my brain was actually the anomaly that they had experienced a couple years back, where it was almost like an external wavelength kind of jammed into the signal. Because what was fucked up was I felt them drilling. I felt them drilling through what I was calling the source. It's like the center of the universe. And I have it all in my fucking journals too. And mind you, it was right after I watched an interview with Elon Musk and Joe Rogan. But that's where Elon Musk was talking about Neuralink for the first time I had heard about it. Because I hadn't listened to Joe Rogan in forever. I think I was watching Alex Jones before that. But then I went to the I think, what happened? I started Googling. Well, I think I searched YouTube for anything about Neuralink, and there was like I think it just happened too. It was like 2 months prior. I think I was in October. That was literally right as we were just about to get into the Necronomicon by Donald Tyson. Which taught opinions are opinions. Because here's the thing, even if he didn't believe in it, doesn't mean that it wasn't there and that it wasn't controlling him and making him write those stories, because those stories were coming from somewhere. Those stories were coming from the exact fucking place where he said the fucking monsters were coming from. Fuck. Tentacles. Fuck. Tentacle demons. Sharks. Land sharks. Land sharks. Land sharks. Oh my god. No, not land sharks. With hands. Oh, fuck. And they breathe air. Oh, and they're part-time lungs. Fuck. Oh my god. 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 God, please. Calm down. Oh, fuck. Like Leviathan. Cthulhu. Oh, fuck. I will fucking tell you though, when those guys, when they first got into my head, that summer, I fucking lost it. Luckily, I just had the oomph to fucking buy my company, start my company, which was, because what it allowed was you can't have a fucking singular mind when dealing with fucking magic and metaphysics. You need to be able to subdivide that motherfucker. Like, there was one time, this is what made me fall in love with Elon Musk, which was, I think I continued watching that Joe Rogan interview, I think it was the second one, and he was trying to explain how people were able to shoot the moon out into come on, man. No, well, yeah. I remember L-Cross. Remember Gary? Gary, who died from cancer, from Impact Unlimited. He was the one who told us about the NASA experiment L-Cross back in like 2005, 2006. somewhere within that window of time, they were shooting a rocket into the moon to see if they could because there was a theory like if they hit it hard enough that they were going to discover water, or they did shoot the fucker and they did find water. It was just something. It was something relevant to that. But Elon was talking about. He was talking about the Earth's gravity well, and I forget if it was like Joe Rogan had asked. Or, well, he was asking a question about, like, how do you guys figure out how to fucking shoot the fucking rockets into the moon or something like that? And then Elon went on about how you have to work with the gravitational force, the Earth's gravity well. It's almost like, think of it like a torus field, right? If you're of the spiritual nature, you know what a torus field looks like? That's the Earth gravity well. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just they know it by that name. You know it by that name. The one you know does this. The one they know does that. Did you know what I mean? Two separate entities, but it's the exact same thing. Like if you talk to a rocket, you talk about like physics, right? You talk to a physicist, and you want to explain to them like what the fuck is an aura? It's a person's gravity well. It's that. It's the four-dimensional funnel that energizes all organisms, really. But the only reason why it made sense to me like that was because he said he was trying to explain what it looked like. And he's like, well, if you can imagine, I think Joe Rogan might have asked him, like, what's that? What is that? What is the Earth's gravity well? And he said, if you can imagine a four-dimensional funnel, and I knew exactly what he meant, because a four-dimensional funnel would operate in the same way that a four-dimensional cube was, kind of similarly, where it's constantly inside and outside of itself at the same time. It's not, a four-dimensional object can't exist in three-dimensional space, but three-dimensional space is an aspect of a four-dimensional object, if that makes sense. So it's almost like fourth dimension, right? So I was just watching this video. I was actually just watching a video on this the other day. This guy, this physicist, he was reviewing this video of this kid from like 10 years ago or something like that, who was trying to explain the fourth dimension. And I think I could be wrong, but I think the kid was just kind of repeating what Carl Sagan had said. I can't remember. But I know he was going on trying to explain the first dimension, the second dimension. But this one, the physicist is like, he's expanding on what the kid was saying. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I got annoyed for a second. And the reason I got annoyed was because my ego kicked in, and I'm like, oh great, let me see what this guy says. Because I feel like the fourth dimension is something you have to experience. It's like the Matrix. It's the Matrix. The Matrix. If you've ever seen The Matrix, the movie, like when they're talking about the Matrix, what is the Matrix? The Matrix is it may not be the fourth dimension. It might be like a couple dimensions higher than that. It's a sphere of consciousness. It's if you can imagine what a 5D hypersphere would look like. Now, how did you jump from 4 to 5? All right, well, I'm talking about two different things. Because fourth dimension is conceptual. Fifth dimension is the actualization of it, of the concept. Yeah. Consider this. Consider how much, out of 100%, how much of physical reality, three-dimensional reality, do humans perceive? Can they perceive? With or without tools? Right? So now taking that into perspective, because I mean, and I know there's that thing. It's like the human organism can only perceive like 5% of all reality. And I'm assuming that also includes metaphysical reality and quantum reality as well, which those two are kind of like overlapped, so that's all right. So we can keep those together. But that's the other thing is like now the further we go with this, the more that we can actually find interlinking components, because basically quantum theory is metaphysics just without the spiritualism and the mysticism, from what I understand. But if you think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand. Yeah, you're right. No, I know. It's chaos magic. It's not of this reality. You have to understand, like you have to understand chaos. Chaos magic helps, because what chaos magic teaches you is how to perceive order out of chaos. Like a big selling point that Alex Jones and those people would kind of slap on the ass of the Illuminati and the New World Order and shit like that, was that these people, their way of thinking was order out of chaos. Where the fuck else does it come from? It's a cycle of progression. I know I'm taking that's an old one. You got to understand. I've been in this field for as long as I can remember. My grandmother first introduced me to aliens when I was like fucking 7 years old. And she had a tarot deck that she told me would curse me if I ever touched it. So like this stuff has been a part of my life forever. And then there was like the experiences prior to that. So like this goes far back. Like this is literally like it's in my blood. That's why when I say like it's in my fucking blood, like it's in my blood. Like I know like where my ancestry comes from to a degree. So when I look at that, I go, okay, all right. So like this was really cool. This was actually really cool. So this was on my ancestry report. Oh, here we go. I can hear it already. So it's like that. No, that was my ex-wife. Yeah, the fucking the LGBTQ fucking ally. So wait, hold on. What the fuck was that supposed to mean? Well, what that was supposed to mean was that it's not okay for you to think a different way than other people, but it's okay for other people to think a different way than you. Is that confusing? I meant it to be. Yeah, I don't know. No, of course I do. Why? Why do I think you're a hypocrite? You're bisexual. No, I know. That's why I don't understand. Like, listen, I'm an ally to everybody. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm an ally to myself. It just happens to be that everybody else is beneath me. So that it's a how do you call it? Think of it like trickle down economics, right? All of my fucks come to me. My fucks come from God. They shower down on me in a nice fucking wet golden shower. Then they come sprinkling down. Then they mix with my magical golden showers, which then fucking spread around to everybody else that's beneath me, and then and on and on and on and on and on. It's like the blood of Christ. It's toxic piss. Golden toxic showers. I used to love to pee outside. Like, my ex-wife, she would always ask me, like, what the fuck? Why do you have to do that constantly? Like, because I would always go out, like, even if I wasn't smoking, like, I would go, nah, that's not true. But I would always go out to the front porch and just pee off the side. I love pissing outside. Like, I love pissing outside so much. I don't do it here, but it is my favorite thing ever. Especially if I'm drinking. Oh my God. It's like the best thing ever. Especially in the woods or something, or like on a porch. I love pissing off the porch. Oh, right in the grass. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like, love it. She would ask me, she's like, why are you pissing right there? The fucking bathroom's here. It's right here. All you gotta do is just open the door. The front door. Why? Because I like pissing outside. Oh, he's a feral boy. Oh, that would make sense. You just got that? No, I guess I did. How the hell did that happen? Where did that happen? Woods kid? Because you played in the woods? Your family comes from the woods. Woods kid. I don't remember anyone ever saying that to me. Why would anyone say that to me? Because you're a dirty woods kid. Go play in the woods. What? I don't even get that. Oh! Oh, God damn it. I never thought of it like that before. Oh, alright. That's cool. Nah, I just made the woodland folk. Well, I know some of my family's from Maine, so yeah, they're woods people. I have hunters in my family too. Yeah. I'm not a gun person, but that's only because I can't have a gun. I have a protection order against me. So my reputation's a touch tarnished. But I mean, if it made her feel better, like whatever, dude. I said my piece, you hit me. I'm the one who got hit. I just used some fucking gnarly ass words. And I know. They were hateful and they were violent, incredibly violent. I'm sorry. And I told people to fucking give you nasty messages. Like, I was being a complete baby about it. I know. I was so sad. My feelings were so hurt because I get vindictive and I get fucking like nasty. And it's like, and I knew that you were reading it, so that's why I did it exactly the way that I did it. Because like we were saying earlier, like I'm totally an avoidant type, because you can't say that shit. And one, those feelings, like, how the fuck am I supposed to get them out? Like, I felt like $1 million afterwards. I felt like, whew! Now, mind you, I know the whole kidnapping thing, but I said, like, it would only happen if you guys broke into the house. And I did learn my lesson. If you're gonna talk colorful, be a little bit more expansive with it. Don't be so fucking tunnel vision with it. You can allude and use like certain things that only stand out to only the discerning eye would pick up. No, I got it. It's like writing something, like a coded message. Just like, I know, I can't, that's just the way that I do things. You gotta see my fucking journals. My journals are the same way. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I can go back, I can read them shits, and it's like, alright, yeah, I remember, oh fuck, I forgot about that. I get a lot of those. Especially, like, I read them in like a really fucking crazy way. So I'll take all the ones. God. If you have an understanding of how moonology works, it'll help. But he actually believes he's talking to somebody. Well, you're listening to it, aren't you, asshole? So the way you have to recognize it is that there's a full lunar sequence, full lunar cycle in every sign. But it happens at regular intervals. Certain phases of the moon happen in certain signs at certain times of the year. So it's if you were to look at it just as it goes around every year, it actually there's a pattern encoded within there that happens at regular intervals. 4 week, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, and 12 month. But now that happens 12 times. One for every sign. Still with me? But now, I'm going to throw the sun in. Just play with me for a minute. Just jiggle. Just fucking take it deep for a second. Just let me get it out of the way. And then we'll just stick to the tip level afterwards if it goes too far, all right? But you're not going to know if you like it until you take it. So you got to like just either fucking suck it up like a champ or like, I don't know, take a couple baby steps. So that's what I like to do. I like to just dip my toes in it and go, okay. All right, it's not that bad. Piranhas didn't bite my toes off just yet. Let me stick my feet in. All right, let me sit on the edge. Oh, it's a little colder. But can we get up to our waist? Oh, fuck. I don't like it. Oh, shit. All right, fuck it. We're in. All right, just fucking go down. Just do it. Fuck, god damn it. So was that really that amazing? I don't know, in my head it's like that was like the coolest thing because I'm imagining what it looked like in my head. But it probably looked, I don't know if it looks stupid or if it even looked like anything. At all. But I know how it looked in my head, and in my head it's like, whoa, that's cool. Because everyone's like, how do you do that? But focus. You got time. Everyone's got time. Everyone's got a shit ton of time. Everyone's getting their time back. Because we have a new time zone. And no, I'm not hijacking the Jew time zone. But theirs exists within mine, so it's like, it's good in the hood. Because ours exist in conjunction within each other. They overlap. There's overlap within them. I don't know all their secrets. They don't know all my secrets. Or maybe they do, but I don't really know that. I don't think that they do. I think they might know secrets that I don't. And I think I know secrets that they don't. I think we would make a really good couple. I do have Israelite blood in me. How do I know? How do I prove that? Jesus. How do I prove it? I can read the fucking Bibles. I can read all 3 of the Bibles. Actually, I'm sorry, I can read all 4 of the Bibles. And mind you. My capacity to read Hebrew is a little bit unconventional from the ways in which the conventional human looks at reading. Okay, if you can imagine that the letters of each word are their own word. So each word is the sentence. It's the thing. So it's not like the cat jumped. Beth-El. Beit-El. You see that on the side of a Hebrew church. Synagogue. Looks like Beth-El. It's pronounced Beit-El. Beit, it looks like a word. B-E-T-H. You call it Bethel. Everyone goes by Bethel. What the fuck does Bethel mean? Well, I'm glad you asked, because Murder school's in session, boys. What the fuck does that mean? It's from a movie. I've wanted to say it for a while. Like, usually anytime it's relevant, if I can find a relevant reason to say it, I gotta, murder school's in session, boys. If you ever saw 31, that Rob Zombie movie, 31, that movie's fucking dope as fuck. If you like watching torture and fucking murder and fear and terror movies, that's a fucking great one. Doomhead is fucking bad as a motherfucker. I'm not crazy, I'm in control. And he fucking pounds his own fucking face in. Because he fucking knows it. Unfortunately, reality gets into the way sometimes, and we forget, I'm not fucking crazy, man. I'm fucking in control. And that's exactly what this dude was fucking portraying. Because the shit that he does is like, whoa! You did that to a priest? Well, what was happening to his wife? And then told him about it. Jesus Christ. You are a fucking predator, my friend. A reptilian fucking predator. That's amazing. Oh, God. Oh. I'm having predator orgasms. Oh, my God. They're brain orgasms. Oh, my God. It's like brain juice that's never fucking been, like, tasted before. Oh, my God. It tastes delicious. Oh my God, I think my brain just came. Oh God. Oh, that's right, because of that fucking Kundalini thing too. From Aaron Abke? I know it's pronounced Abke. But he warned everybody, like, it was only like 2 hours, and he's like, listen, like, and before we even started, like, he laid the foundation from which he would trigger the pain point of his target audience right before the sale. Unless they were picking up on the fact that this was going to be a spiritual timeshare program of a sort, which I don't believe is fully predatory. Of course, we have a taste. Everybody has an indulgence. Everybody's got an ego indulgence. Everybody's got a super ego indulgence. And as much as we may deny it, we all have an id indulgence as well. That's where the reptile lives. In the very deepest, darkest realms of the fucking unconscious mind, there lives a place where only darkness dwells, and in that darkness lives a thing, one thing that's more terrible than any other thing. It is the mother vampire. The fucking queen vampire. Oh my God, she doesn't even have to hurt you because she just gets off just thinking about it. When she thinks, you ever read the fucking the Gunslinger comic books? Oh, the graphic novels? Oh my God. They're based on the Stephen King books, The Dark Tower. They're fucking amazing. Even the last one. Even though they fucking bastardized the fucking Crimson King. I'll fucking say it. and fucking insult what they did to that entity. You take it that seriously, huh? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do now. More seriously than I did then. Well, equally serious as I did then. But now I'm in a different place in my life where I recognize that happened. Maybe not here, but it happened somewhere else. Oh, shit. That makes sense. Yeah, but how do you do that? Well, I guess when it happens, that's when it's a culmination of things. You should probably reread that book. That might not be a bad idea. Oh my God, I would love to see how you read that motherfucker now. I'll make it your job. How about that? I'll make a deal with you. Your job is to reread that whole entire series. Or how about this? You wanna talk to God? You wanna ask God for a favor? Or you wanna ask Daddy Satan for a favor? You know what? Same thing. So just what you do is ask very nicely, can I pretty please have some money so I can turn my Audible account back on? Please? And then some money to buy some books? Or, no, we don't have to do that. I just need to go for a couple months because I get a credit every month and I put it towards a book. And if I have any extra money, I'll get a book for myself as a treat. Because I usually listen to books in one sitting. Because I listen to them on 2 times speed. And it would be like, and it's like one of my favorite parts of my job is when I get to like, kind of like just chill out, lay down, put on my headphones and just lie there and listen to a book. And then like, woo, some shit happens. Like it all depends on the book too. What kind of books do I read? I read science fiction sometimes, but I also read like spiritual books. I read astrology books. I read a couple of really good witchcraft books. But the reason I gotta do those is because like, it's easy. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm in control. Like I have to sometimes pull myself back out of the crazy world. And when I'm talking about the crazy world is the world where like dreams don't come true. The world where like the boogeyman is real, but it's just in your head. That crazy world. Because in my world, not only is the boogeyman there, but so is Santa Claus. So pretty please, Daddy. Up, Daddy. Up. Ha! I got it. It's an inside thing between my dad and me, but he told everybody about it because he liked to embarrass me, make me look like a daddy's boy. Yeah, but technically I was a daddy's boy. Daddy paid my bills. Daddy let me live with them. Daddy let me work with them. Yeah, I had to fucking sleep on a fucking air mattress next to Daddy's bed too. It was like fucking, I hated that. But it was alright. I mean, I had a place to live. It's not like there was anything fucking too crazy going on. I mean, we had the beach across the street. Dude was out all the time. We were making money. I was doing my thing, he was doing his thing. I mean, yeah, it was getting fucking annoying having to fucking see each other all fucking day. And I was scared of the fucking dude, too. Nobody's ever scared me the way that my father has. So, like, before, when I was talking about, like, getting bullied and shit, like, that's what I imagined. Like, my father would get that out of me. Like, I didn't like that. But, I mean, I get it. Like, I ended up doing the same thing with my son. It's more of like just like, remember your fucking role. My father never hit me once. And he even said it too, like, I don't have to hit you, I just gotta look at you. And you start crying. Yep. I mean, a couple times as I got older, like, he did. He's like, You want to fucking go out front? Because I'll whoop your fucking ass. What did you do? I don't remember. I think I might have fucked his van up. His work van. Like, he was fucking pissed. But for good reason. I didn't look at it the way that he was looking at it. And of course it would be the fucking time. It's always the times that I fucking did it. That I took the fucking truck. And it happened more than once. It actually happened twice. Like, that didn't make any sense. Like, why? And I know why it happened. Like, I know why it happened. I was going too fast for what those trucks were fucking capable of doing. What we're supposed to be doing. So it's totally my fault. I take ownership on it. But at the same time, it's like, the hell you let me take the fucking work vans for? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because they're in my name. You're welcome. Sorry. I know, the frustration at the time. I wasn't as enlightened as you are now, fucking oh holy one. It's okay, Daddy. I forgive you. I love you, Daddy. Thank you. You're my favorite daddy. Fuck you. You dead fuck. That's only funny if you know my father's relationship with me, which you probably wouldn't even know unless you were me. So, mind your fucking business. But that was the cool thing that I found in my ancestry report. Oh, we're still on this. Yeah, we never fucking changed subject. I had to come back full circle, bruh. So what happened was, like, this was a really cool one. So ever since I was a kid, like, my father used to tell me, like, to add on top of some of that other mystical shit, is like, I didn't know this about my father. At least it didn't really, I didn't understand it. Like, it just didn't make any, I didn't resonate with it. But he always used to say that he was a hippie. And I mean, he grew up in that era. Dude's seen some shit. Like, he wasn't a dad that was home. Like, we didn't live with him. Like, him and my mom separated when I was like 6 or 7. Maybe like 5. So, at some point in those early years, I remember him telling me how I had special numbers that were unique to me. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but he's like, your birthday. Because of your birthday, 888, that's your special number because of your birthday. My birthday. Yo, what day is your birthday? What year is your birthday? The fuck? Alright, if you give me the year to your birthday, I'll fucking read your chart for you. I'll read your chart all goddamn day. And then I'll find anomalies with yours and mine if you want. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I tried this with my other friend, but she's not there. But if you want me to read your chart, and how to read a synastry chart, I could do that. I could actually do it without the synastry chart. I could just do it off of memory. My mind is the synastry chart. That's the fucking really cool thing about it. But I don't know. Yeah, if you give me the year, because you already gave me the day. I already know the day of your birthday. But if you give me the year and the time. That's if you can't follow my instructions. I gave you fucking perfectly clear instructions. I wrote down in my journal, it says, quartz is coming hard. What it was meant to say is quartz is coming through hard. Because I was having a thought after I responded to the thing about the guy that was crying at his wedding. And he was like broken down crying. So after all that I wrote, because I got a lot out, that was like a huge release. But that was also supposed to help because I had a theory. As soon as you said that you were a Leo, like it told me like, wait a second. But now, I mean, I don't know what that means. I thought it was just fucking happening before. Like I don't get it. I don't think it's like a thing like that. Like that video today with the guy crying with the lady. Because they're probably gonna be married forever. Like I don't know if it happens like that. I mean, that's an awesome moment, but I think it ends at some point. It doesn't last forever. I don't know why that is coming to my mind, but I don't know. I'd like to believe it's possible. I'd like to believe it's possible for like there to be two immortals. That's kind of like my I don't want to say it's my kink because that's kind of the reality that I'm setting up for myself because I believe that it's possible. Where? What? That there's an emperor and an empress of reality. Kind of like the Sith, but where like if Palpatine had a wife instead of fucking a Darth Vader. But I mean, I think I would say there would be a conflict because I got a feeling that evil women, when they get that evil, they don't give a fuck about nothing. Nothing. What I see in my mind is the fucking Queen of Hearts. Dangerous. You see the size of her fucking husband? Her husband was a little weenie guy. My darling. Like, he's like, I don't know what the hell that is. He's a sub. He would be the sub. Unless the queen was the sub. No, I can't see that. She's too savage. Off with their heads. How would that translate into sex? I don't know. But he's a little guy. Who says they're even having sex? Maybe they don't have sex. Maybe they don't. They don't have kids. That's a good point. But why are you bastardizing that? I don't know. It just popped in my head. Queen of Hearts. She would have been a Leo. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I know what I'm talking about. Because what I was talking about was how, like, all that shit that I was writing, because when I write, I read what I'm writing at the time that I'm writing it. It's like, there's a lot of shit that's going on in there. If you don't know how to use your Gemini, like, that's gonna get in the way. Because what we have, when you, it doesn't matter what placements you have in Gemini. Everybody has this. It's just that not everybody, most people don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. And if they do, it's just like, wait, what? I don't understand. I don't know. If you sit through the whole thing, maybe it'll make sense. So then what happens is that there is like a kind of almost like a chain reaction in a sense, because what's happening is like there's two egos. Just like there's two aspects to the mind, the masculine and the feminine aspects. There's the same thing with the ego. The ego's no fucking different. Like there's the ego that is this. Derek. Then there's the other ego that's the what I call it is my parasitic twin ego, because it's a fucking parasite. It's a vampire. I didn't tell you about that part. I don't think so. But it didn't come to my head until right now, because I know that I can hear it in my head. That seems like a really important thing to bring up. And I know that it would be, because there is the whole thing about vampires and the thing about toxic grabbing legs. Like, that, I didn't even know that could happen. Like, well, let me take that back, because I knew things could happen, but I didn't know that that could happen. What kind of things? Well, opportunity. That's what I mean. When Toxic has the tentacle hands out, I don't know what the fuck is going on. All I know is that I get pulled in these directions. Because you gotta imagine, it's like the center of me too. So like, imagine the tentacle hands, metaphysical tentacle hands kind of coming out and like grabbing things. But it's not so much that it's pulling it to me as much as pulling me to it. So it's like, oh. But I don't, that's the hard part to grasp sometimes. Is like, try to imagine that you're not moving, you don't move at all. Like, try to imagine like a reality of perpetual motion. Like a VR set that has the track, that has a 360, the 360, not 360, but yeah, the 360 degree like movement range. Like you had the VR set on, and you could just stay in place, but you can venture out in the whole gaming world by just turning and walking around on the track that moves omnidimensionally. We're just going to say that for right now. It's a placeholder. So if you think of it like that, think of life as that, right? You've never actually moved. It's just the ground's moving underneath you. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about everyone else. Everyone else is just an NPC in your game. Because you got to think of it like a video game, right? So when you put that kind of like brain into that, thought process into that, it kind of fucks some shit up. It may have fucked up some shit. It's like, no, because, and this is not my thing. These aren't my rules. This is just the way that it works, because this is how it happened to me, and I think this is just how it's going to slowly start happening out as it branches out. Watch, I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to front. Like, this is something I've been working on for a really long time. This is something I've been working on before I even knew I was working on it. Like, that's how like far it goes for me. Oh shit. We gotta get going. Nah, it's fucking, the phone's got like 8% left on it. I think the camera turns off at 5. But, fuck. Snakes? Snakeheads? Snakes coming out of the heads. What is that? What is that anyway? Is that a hidden message? Of course it's a hidden message, because there's no decoder ring for it. What are you saying? Who lives in there? What lives in there? What does a leech evolve into? A leech is a type of worm. A worm is a type of dragon. It's kind of a vampire. Leeches are vampires, technically. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, my parasitic twin ego. That's what I mean. A parasitic twin ego. It's a leech. But there's two of them. There's a light side one and there's a dark side one, and they kind of 69 each other, which is kind of weird, but it comes in handy, especially when processing energy that comes off of other people. I'd be really curious to know how the fuck you're doing that. Like, how are you clearing yourself out? Like, are you just doing like little things, or do you have to like feel stuff? Like, does it ever bring shit up for you? Oh, fuck! Are you going through the thing? Oh, dude. check this out. Bear with me here. Are you thinking about me as much as I'm thinking about you? Now, here's the thing. This is just something that's just really started coming up over the past couple days. And I'm noticing a lot of synchronistic fucking activity, but it just happens to be that thanks to the session that we did, I've had to expand, I've had to broaden my gamut of conscious insight. Conscious what? I've had to grow, I've had to stretch, I've had to do things that have required, that allowed me to level up. But my idea of leveling up is probably not the same idea as your leveling up, because we didn't really even scratch the surface on what I do because of the whole God thing and the dragons, the spirits, like there's a lot. We only had like an hour, and I ain't got that kind of time, man. Money. I don't got any money. I don't. That's not true. You got $2. Yeah, no, I know I have $2, but in this reality, this particular reality that most people are in, low storage cannot. Oh, all right, cancel. All right, low storage. So that means that this thing is almost dead. Let's let it run out. But yeah, it's 2 hours. I know. It's in my first rodeo. Phone. Thanks. So. I'm wondering if I triggered something. I could see it. I could definitely see it because I think you triggered something too, because that whole thing happened at right around the right time, because I remember going like, because that wasn't the first time that I was feeling like there was a woman that I needed to work with. Now, mind you, I keep it professional, because that's what I'm there for. But over these past couple days, I've been noticing a lot of weird changes going on in my life. And when I gotta respond to stuff, here's the thing, is when I have to do it, I have to do it. It's not anything personal as much as it is personal to me, because it's part of my job. Like, my job requires that I do things. So there's a question: why do you do that? Why are you doing all this? Because that's just how I do. It's how I operate. Because I'm always getting the messages. I'm just doing them. Like this, I've been doing this for 5 years straight. That's why it's my job. But it's not something that, I don't think it's something normal for people. I don't believe. I could be wrong. I mean, some people do it. I don't know how many people do it like me. I see a lot of people that do it a lot like each other. So now I just base it on energy. If I can appreciate the energy of the worker, I go, yes, I understand this. And you know what? The message is never fucking wrong. It's always exactly what I needed. And it's a no-brainer. Dump the dead weight. That idea is dead in the water. God damn it. That's sad. It's sad. But for what it's worth, it wasn't your fault. It was all mine. Ah, fuck you. It was all your fault. Out of here. I just do what I gotta do. Like, that's just how it works. Like, I just do the things. I can't say, I can't, like, how do you put it? It sounds like, you know why? Because it sounds like you're trying to skirt responsibility. I get that. I totally get that. Actually makes a lot of sense.